So here I'm starting with the roster of all my students in my class, and the way I have it set up is I have the student's first name in a separate column, in one column, the last name in another column, email, display name, so their first and last name together in one column, and their password. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an information card for them with their information for each individual student using Mail Merge in Microsoft Word. So I'll open Word, and then what I'll do is I'll create just one card for them. And what I'll do is, let's use mailings and labels, and I'm going to look for something. Center options, yeah. So let's do like an index card type of letter. New document. Okay, looks like it might work. So what I'll do is, here is your information, name, email, and password. Or I'll try hello blank. Here is your information. Okay. And then, so this is the format or the template for my card. What I'll do now is, let's go back to mailings. We're going to start a merge. Nope, we already did that. We started envelopes, labels. We started labels. Now we're going to select recipients, and I'm going to use the list I just showed you, and so it means it's already an existing list. If you need to, you could type a new list, but we're going to use an existing list. So to find where I have it saved, rosters, name AZ, and on this document there is only one sheet, so that's the sheet that it's referring to. And my first row of data contains column headers. Don't ignore this. This is important as well. And yes, my first row in Excel is the header that contains the column header information. So, okay. So it appears it didn't do anything. It really did. Behind the scenes, it loaded up all this information from this roster. So then what I'm going to do is, I'll show you this edit recipient list. Let's say Oscar and Ross were dropped from the class. So I don't need to create a card for them. I can uncheck the box for them as well. And let's say Zebra dropped as well. So no Zebra. All right. Okay. Now is where we insert the, they're called merge fields into the document. And it's right here. What I'll do is I'll insert, these are named based or according to the header information in the first row. So if I want first name, I use first name. If I want their whole name, I use display name. So for hello, I want to use just their first name. Name, put a space. I'll use their whole name, display name. The email, if I go back and you check, was called username. Might have been a good idea to call it email next time. And then this one might have been full name. That's okay. We can always go back and check. So that is username, and their password is password. So this is almost done. We could do other things here before we preview or finish the merge. We can change a font size, and it'll change the font size for each one of the cards. And maybe I don't want the password as big as the rest of them. And maybe, just like any other Word document, you're allowed to change the font. I think I'll just leave it like that. And then we'll go back to mailings, preview. So as you can see, it started with Yankee, which is the 46th person on this list. So if I go to Yankee, it's the 46th, but that's because the first row, so let's subtract 1. First row is my header row. So Yankee and then Yankee Crusader, I want to make sure the password is correct or all the information matches. So Yankee, Yankee, Yankee. So that matches. If I go back, there's X-Ray, there's Wendy. If I go all the way to the top, there's Aztec. If you remember, I left out a few, and I don't want to go through each one of these, but if I go through these one by one, at some point it's going to skip. Let's see here. There it was. So it goes from 29, it goes from Nancy to 31 to Olivia. So it skipped Oscar. You know that one won't print out. And then it looks like it's done. So I'm going to finish merge. And I like to edit individual documents, not because I want to edit them, but because I just want to preview the whole everything. So here they all are. And if I go ahead and print them out, that's what it'll look like. This is a separate document. So you can see it opened up in a second document or a separate document. So just like any other Word document, I could save it, save as, wherever it is you need to save it in case you're going to print these out on a regular basis. I would just have these. And I did choose the edit individual documents option, which means I can edit individual documents. So if, let's say Alex Crusader for some reason was misspelled, or I want to delete one of them, or I'm going to change Bob and underline it, I don't know. It won't affect the rest of them. If I did want to do something to change the rest of them, for example, this email, I don't like how it takes up 2 lines. I want it all in one. So what I'll do is I went back to the mail merge, click on preview results again, and then for email, I'll just highlight this part only, username, and I'm going to change that down. If I go back to mailings, preview, see if I could do it here. It doesn't work here. And preview, and finish merge. If I do this again, it's gonna print or create a whole nother Word doc. So as you see, I have letters 2 here with the email size smaller, so it fits on one line. And then I have letters 1, the first one I created with the email was took up 2 lines. So I'm gonna close that one and not save it. Go back to that one, and it looks like these are ready to print.